Picking up where we left off on the last video, what type of correlation exists between the temperature and the sales of ice cream? So anytime you have a scatter plot, you want to draw a line that has about the same number of dots above the line as they do below the line. So here's an approximate trend line. So because all of the dots are close to that trend line, we call it strong. So right away, you know it has to be B. And the reason why it's negative is because it's going down. Based on this data, complete the following statement. As the temperature in Miami increases, so we're talking about this, as this goes this way, we know we have to be referring to the coffee sales because that's what is on the other axis. So it can't be C or D. So as we move this way, the coffee sales are decreasing. So the answer is A. What is the correlation coefficient of the linear table? Correlation coefficient is just a vocab word that means the R value. So if I go to my table, label the top as X and the top as Y, type in our points from the table, menu, 4, 1, and then 3, because it's linear. My R value is 0.964, so C. All right, the correlation coefficient, R value, two different sets of data, 0.88 for data set G and negative 0.94 for data set K. Which data has a stronger correlation? So to determine how strong it is, it's closer to either positive 1 or negative 1. Okay? So 0.88 compared to 0.94, 0.94 is closer to that negative 1. So the answer is B. Mary is buying party supplies for her daughter's birthday and can spend no less than, so if it's not less than, it has to be greater than or equal to $200. So immediately I can eliminate A and B. The party decorations D cost $6 per bag, so 6D. And the party favors F cost $3 each, so 3F. So you know 3 has to go with F, 3 goes with F, 6 goes with D, and it has to be not less than, but greater than or equal to. So my answer is C. What is the solution to this inequality? Anytime they give you an inequality, you have to type it into the graph. We can't do our home screen. So menu 3, 2, and I type in negative 2x plus 5 greater than or equal to 27. I can't see it, so you click menu 5, 1, and it'll jump you right to negative 11. So all of these say negative 11. I can see that it's going that way. It is shaded that way. So it's going to be this inequality symbol. So it is not B and it's not D. This symbol, okay? And because that doesn't have a line underneath it, it's not going to suddenly get a line underneath it. So the answer is A. Which of the following is in the solution set for the system of inequalities? So again, because it's an inequality, menu 3, 2, we're going to type it in on the graph. So 3x plus 2y less than 16. Menu 3, 2, 7x plus y greater than 19. Okay, so the solution set is this double shaded area. So I need to see what point is in that double shaded. So 0, 0 would be right here, and that's definitely not double shaded. 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on the x, 0 on the y, is in that double shaded. That's going to be my answer. Let's just check the other ones. So for C, 0, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not in the double shaded. And then 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's only in the red. That's not in the double shaded. Which of the following is equivalent to this inequality? So they gave us an inequality, so I'm going to type it in on my graph, menu 3, 2. 2x plus y greater than or equal to negative 4. So there it is. And I need to see which one of these is equivalent or the same as these inequalities. So right away I can see it has a negative slope, so it's not going to be B or D. And let's see which one it is. That y-intercept is negative, so I'm guessing it's A, but let's double check. Menu 3, 2, y is greater than or equal to negative 2x minus 4. Yep, that is the exact same. All right, go ahead and draw a star right here in the bottom left-hand corner. That way you're listening to all the valuable information. All right, moving on to number 41. Which of the following correctly describes the solution set to the system of inequalities? So again, it's giving me inequalities. So I'm just going to type them in. Menu 3, 2, 4x plus y greater than or equal to 6. Menu 3, 2, y is greater than or equal to negative 1/4 x plus 1. All right, so looking to see which one looks similar, it's going to be B. The double shaded is up here in the top right corner. That's the only one that has the top right corner shaded. The table at the right shows ordered pairs from two functions, y1 and y2. y1 represents the amount of money Jacob has in the bank account after X weeks. y2 represents the amount of money Jennifer has in her account after X weeks. After how many weeks do Jacob and Jennifer have the same amount of money? So I'm looking for where they are the same. 6, 0, 8, 3, 10, 6, 12, 9, 14, 12, 16, 15. Right here, they both have 18 after 8 weeks. Make sure that you're giving this X value because it says weeks and it says X weeks right there. Joe has 15 coins made up of quarters and nickels. So quarters and nickels are 15 coins. So right away I can eliminate A and B because it's not the difference between them. It's how many total coins he has. The total value, now we're giving him value. The value of a quarter is 0.25Q. Value of a nickel is 0.05 N equals a total value of $1.35. 0.25Q, so the answer is D. Now, using that system, how many quarters does Joe have? So to solve the system, we go to the little add, subtract, multiply, divide, menu, Algebra 2, and we're going to type in our equation. So quarters plus nickels equals 15. And then 0.25Q plus 0.05 N equals 1.35. Lastly, because we aren't using X's and Y's, we're using Q, comma, N, we've got to change that. Enter. So my answer is 312. And because I typed it in, Q, comma, N, when it's asking how many quarters, it's this first number right here, so 3. What is the range of this function? So, it's giving me an equation. I'm going to type it in. Go to my graph. Menu 3, 1, and I'm going to type in x squared plus 4x plus 1. So range is my y values, so I can eliminate D. And it's also bottom to top. So the bottom of this graph right here is at negative 1, 2, 3. So negative 3. It's got to be B or C. And I can see that all the values are greater than, they're going up, greater than or equal to that negative 3. When it's asking for domain, this is my X values, so I know it's not A. And now we're talking left to right. So right here, I don't think it stops right here, because if I hold down and get a little hand, it keeps going to the left. It keeps going to the left. It doesn't stop. Same for the right. If I can scroll over to the right, you're going to keep being able to see it way up here. So if it goes forever to the left and forever to the right, we call that all real numbers. The admission fee for a rodeo is $5 for children. So we have $5 for children and $8 for adults. $8 for adults. One day, 150 people entered the rodeo and collected $972. This is money, so it needs to equal money. Money, money, money. Go ahead and put a giant dollar sign up in this left-hand corner over here to represent our money, money, money. Now, what am I going to do with this 150? I know that's also a total. So instead of dealing with the money, we're just talking about children and adults. That's how many people were there. So A plus C is 150. Good. Not A minus C, A plus C. That says 972, so it's not C. So it's got to be A or D. And then 5C and 8A equals 972. 48. The graph of a quadratic function is shown on the grid. Which equation best represents the axis or x's of symmetry? So here I know it has to be x equals, so it's not A or C. And if I draw my line, because an axis of symmetry is the vertical line that cuts it in half, it's right here at x equals 1. The vertex of the quadratic function represented by the table to the right. So to find the vertex, you need the rainbow. 2 goes with 2, 5 would go with 5, 10 would go with 10. And in the middle of my rainbow is my vertex, which is 5, 1. What is the point symmetric to -3, +3? So symmetric means the same on the opposite side of that middle line, right there through the vertex. So this is 2 away. So 2 away is the point 1, 3. I also know that it has to have the same y value. So I could have eliminated A and D. And then I could have just looked. 3 is not a point on the graph. It's got to be 1, 3. All right, make sure that you have all your drawings filled in and that you have all of your work, and best of luck on your final.